Welcome back to another episode on the Create-O-Holics server. In this one, we have an incredible amount of plans, an incredible amount of work ahead of us. And in the last episode, at the very end, I laid out how much work that is. You can see here, the stone outline is going to be the Church of Snaily that we are building today. You might also notice that there are some things in the way, like Snaily's grave, this entire pathway underneath here that is gonna have to get removed, a bunch of farms, and probably most importantly, this beautiful corner that Dewstream made forever ago that we're gonna have to relocate because it's just so great. To start with building this thing, I think we should just start removing things that we aren't gonna need in here. So like obviously the cactus farm, the tree farm, Snaily's grave, all of those things. And then after that, we can get to actually planning out and scoping out the build because this thing is going to be massive. And I think the problem with tearing down everything is that I'm gonna have to rebuild it eventually. This is the community soup. I think we can remove this. But like removing all of our beginner farms is such a bummer. And it's gonna be such a pain to remove, get rid of all of this jungle wood. We have an insane amount of jungle wood that is just gonna fill up our whole system. I cannot wait until we get all of this stuff removed. So I suppose let's just get to it and start going. And there we go, most of the stuff is now cleared out, except for, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, the beautiful corner made by Dewstream. And I actually think I have a pretty good spot for it on this build here, since we're using this one anyway. Over on this side, there is just a straight granite wall. I think it could be cool to have this granite wall be enforced by some like darker stones like this color, and then have the granite on top. I think that could look cool, and it'll put a use to the brand new corner that is gonna have to move. The only issue is it's cool because it follows the stairs, and over here there are no stairs to like bring it up. You know what? Over here, no stairs. I think we can just do it this way and it will work fine. So let's get to first screenshotting this so we know what it looks like. And then we can tear it down. Excuse me, Mr. Flaxseeds. Then we can tear it down. I feel really bad about tearing this down, I'm gonna be honest. Like, it looks so good. But there we go, it is gone now. So let's go put it over to this corner and see if it looks any good at all, because I thought that it was going to, but the more I'm thinking about it, maybe not. So I guess let's get to it. There we go, the corner is in. I think it would look better if it was granite and stuff, but I'm keeping it like this to leave it as its original form for now, and we can talk with Dewstream maybe a little bit later to get this working better. I don't know, but at least we have that transferred over now. We are at least prepared size-wise for the build, which is amazing. Also, where are these guys? I hear them. Where are you? Give me your bones. I need the bones. We need to get these guys out of here because we don't want another Snaily incident where we lose all of our boars or sheep, or that's the only things in here, but we don't want to lose our boy Firefly. I don't even know if I've recorded this, but if you care, check out a Dewstream video, or all of them. They're all fun and entertaining. But we gotta move these and get these guys out of here. I don't even know where they're gonna go. So I think just maybe in another hole in the underground. You are our first test subject. I don't have a hole made, which could be a skill issue, perhaps. I guess we'll put you over here. I need to dig a hole first though, so give me a minute. You, sir, must stay here now. Thank you so much. And there we go. These guys are all moved over here right next to this little bit. Oh, let me perfect this slope here. There we go. Perfect. Maybe not perfect, but now it's perfect. Now comes the process of resource gathering. This thing requires, and I kid you not, 17,000 limestone. Just straight up limestone. It requires 600 limestone bricks, 600 cut limestone, so many things. I mean, we have most of it. We have a limestone farm. I also have switched out one of the other farms to make us coal. And the reason we're getting coal is we have 700 and whatever blocks. If I take all 750 something blocks and superheat them, we can see what happens. Oh, they're coming in. They're coming in. Oh, 9 rows of diamond shards, which 4 of them create a diamond. 1 stack, 2 stacks, and 19 of diamonds. We're not the poorest people ever. We have 202 diamonds. So yeah, we have a fully automated diamond farm. Not a big deal. Super easy. That's why we needed all of these milkshakes, all of the farms, all of the crushing things, everything here. It's super, super easy now to get everything that we need. And this is just a cobblestone generator that I think has been running for forever. Yeah, we have 43,000 gravel. Okay, maybe I should turn that off. Where's the off button? It's over here. It's this one. Yeah, we have plenty of gravel. And I think, honestly, the gravel drawer is probably full, which is not good. I am going to also need to switch out our down here, like, general item storage to backpacks in the near-ish future. Now that we have an infinite diamond farm, we can get the diamond stack upgrade, tier 3, which multiplies all items, all stacks by 8. We're allowed to have 3 of these per backpack, which means 64 times 8, a big number of stacks of blocks in each backpack. So that'll be useful for any large item storage that we aren't using in the drawers here. So it'll just be a little bit better. It is less total, like, literal item storage, but it should be a good upgrade. Enough talking about storage, because I bet nobody cares. We need to get to resource gathering, and I mentioned that already previously. We need so many resources. This is easily the biggest project that I've ever made in Minecraft, period, end of sentence, and I don't even know how to resource gather for all this. Like, this is like 2.5 stacks of stone, and this thing's gonna be like this tall. How is one gonna do this? But I guess we have to, so I suppose let's get into a resource gathering time lapse. I have streamed this over on my Twitch, so twitch.tv/KindleBubbleDump. If you're interested in watching the streams, definitely go check it out. Follow me on there to get notifications. I also send notifications on my Discord channel, so check those out if you want to watch streams. If not, then let's get into resource gathering, I guess. That's the next step. So, resource gathering time lapse is ready. Go! And in this resource gathering time lapse, I first had to clear out a few trees that were just totally in the way of the castle, church, whatever thing we're making. And then we moved on to farming every single material that we needed. We needed so much asphalt, which is what we're making here, a ton of deep slate, like an otherworldly amount of deep slate. And for no reason at all, you cannot crush deep slate into cobbled deep slate, which doesn't make any sense. So I'm kind of annoyed about that. And then we went hunting for a bunch of different stones, mostly looking for like granite and stuff like that, which we needed, I think, about 600 granite. So this was quite the struggle. And then we were able to get weathered limestone, which you just get from washing normal limestone. And then we're back on that deep slate grind because I, again, did not think that we had enough. Wait, I thought we didn't have enough deep slate. So we needed to get a ton more. We needed to get a ton of waxed weathered copper blocks. I think like 300 of those, as well as the cut coppers. We needed like 1,500 more moss than we already had. And so we went back to the granite and moss biome, which it took me so long to remember that granite was also here. So we got a bunch of extra granite from here as well. But holy cow, did we need so many resources. And I think I said 17,000 limestone. I meant 1,700. I was being silly. For the other things, we needed a bunch of dyes and obviously cocoa beans, bee brown dye. We needed that for the glass. We needed a bunch of dark oak for some highlights and accents. And we're not even that close to done, honestly. We still have quite a few more simple things to get. I need a bunch of end rods still, which is wild to even say in my brain, because what do you mean you need so many end rods? But otherwise, we are good to get back into the world and get the very few little things that we need and build this thing. Here we go. The entire time lapse that you just saw was us getting all of these items. These are absolutely insane. We have 1,700 limestone, 500 chains. I didn't even know I was using that many chains. We have so many blocks. And we need another backpack. And we still have stuff to go. I still have a whole list. We need to get 2 stacks of end rods. So let's do that right away. because everything else is less than a stack. We literally only need this chorus root because we have our automated farm system will give us blaze rods if we don't already have them, and I'm pretty confident we do. So we just need to grab like 1 million of these, and then we'll be good for basically forever. I think we already have 35. That should be plenty, but I'm gonna get more just so that I don't have to come back, because each one of these is 4 blaze rods, or 4 end rods, which is definitely more than we need. So I'm just gonna get a few more just so that we don't have to come back if we want to make more of these. And I mean, we're basically at 2 stacks, so that should already be enough. So I guess it's time to go back home. That was quick. And there we go. We have that into normal, and then we should just be able to get 2 stacks of those super easily. And I am so grateful we have farms for everything that is a little bit annoying to get, because if I had to get like a stack of blaze rods, I would have exploded. But we don't have to. We just have end rods. The other main thing that we need is glowstone. And by main thing, I mean the most annoying thing to get. Don't fall in the lava. Thank you so much. That's all we needed. We can now go home from the scary lands. Scary. And there we go. Everything that we needed is now all done. You can see in the bottom right, the material list just has a small amethyst bud, which we don't care about it at all, just whatsoever. And you know what this means? We can now start the build, which is just insane in my brain. This has taken me literally a week to design in creative. It's like easily the most beautiful thing I think I've ever made, maybe except for the silos, just because I love the silos, but it looks so good. We are going to need to terrain around this little dropping area because yeah, it's gonna get hidden. But I think we're ready to start this build. It is gonna look so good. So let's just get into a time lapse and let's get going. And the build is done. And this is my favorite angle of it. I know I was mentioning when we built the silos, having a cool thing in the background to focus on. And that's what we did, at least from the angle where we'll never actually be. So not the best, but the Church of Snaily has been completed and it looks so good. Let's get into third person so we can see the full thing of it. My favorite angle is right here. Oh, how cool looking is that? The other side might even be cooler. I mean, the little spiral for the snail looks so good. Everything, like the terraforming, honestly, I'm a huge fan of. I think it makes the cliffside look super cool. And then over here is probably the ugliest just because we haven't terraformed anything. But the Church of Snaily is completed. Let's get on a fly thing. It looks so cool. And I mean, as I said, this took a while to build. I took a ton of inspiration by just looking up Minecraft churches. These pillars were like loosely based off of something. The windows are like a direct copy from another church that I saw that I think looked really cool. But like each little detail, you see the grindstones in there. We have dark oak fence gates, levers for no reason. Every little thing just adds a little bit of extra detail, a little bit of extra touch. And up here, there actually isn't anything. Maybe we want a light up here because right now mobs can spawn there, which isn't ideal. but that's okay. But the whole thing looks so dope. And it's kind of gothic. I mean, it's definitely more gothic than the starter base. And I think just because of the dark roofs and, I mean, the spiky peninsula, that's not cone? I don't know what it is. The spiky bit on top, the top of the tower looks super cool, but it is very gothic. Ow, that took half my health. But inside this church is gonna be so awesome once we have all of the villagers in here. We have so many details, the candles on the walls that are lit up, candles in the center, the chandelier up at the top, and then up in the front, I don't know what this place is called. We have like 2 little wacky mural things, and then the place where Snaily would stand. And we're gonna have the Book of Snaily here once we get that in, and then the other stuff is gonna be back here just for storage purposes. But this place looks so cool. I killed it on the arches. I'm gonna say that first and foremost. The arches are so nice. And I use a tool called Axiom, which lets me build kind of organic curvature structures in a good way, I guess. And honestly, I think the chandeliers took the most amount of trial and error. I think I went through like 15 chandelier designs before getting it right, and they look so good. They add such a big pop, but the thing looks so good. And in the next episode, we are going to get villagers in here for trading purposes. Right now, we just have lecterns, but we're going to switch that up to be a bunch of different things for, like, they can trade iron for emeralds, or I think flint for emeralds is a good one. Same with stone for emeralds. Both of those are pretty easy to farm. And we're going to get an automatic emerald farm in here. But more importantly, we're going to get every book in the game. And it's going to look so cool. And this is just like the side entrance. I'm a huge fan of this little pathway here. We're going to need to move the nether portal. But this is the new build. And I want to, for the first time, I think all season, look at this whole thing with shaders on. Oh man, and this is a great time to be doing it. As the sun is setting, I'm absolutely taking screenshots of this bad boy. It looks so cool. And with the rest of the town as well, we're starting to get a little bit of our city all set up. I am going to, in the near future, build the train station that we're gonna have connected up to the rest of the city. But, oh, baby! Once we have a cool build in the center that's like further away, this angle is gonna be amazing. And I am so excited for it. The lens flare is kind of crazy on that though. It looks so good. I actually can't even believe it. This is easily the biggest build I've ever made in Minecraft, period. I started, actually, well, maybe not the biggest, the most detailed and biggest. It took the most amount of time. In my previous series, we made a bunch of large factory buildings, but this one is by far the coolest large build I've ever made, and it looks so cool. I want to look at the view from the top of this with shaders and just see this building is gigantic. We are going to add in some stuff as we continue building this area out, and eventually it's going to look so cool. But right now, it's just a little town. We need some more houses, some more builds, some more infrastructure in, and it's gonna look so good. But we are gonna do that in a future episode because we are out of time. We spent so much time material gathering, designing, building this thing, and it's finally completed. It's gonna look so good. Next episode, we're getting in all of the villagers that we need to automate everything, and in the future one, we are going to start work on an automated XP system to give us so many infinite enchantments for whatever we need. We want Unbreaking 4? Yeah, you get that, Unbreaking 4. And as the sun sets, I am gonna leave this episode here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, leave a like. If you're new, consider subscribing. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace!